Never run out of battery again with the INIU portable charger, the slimmest 10,000 milliamp hour power bank that keeps your devices charged on the go. Stay powered up wherever you go. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Welcome to the iPad Focus channel, where we dive into the world of Apple devices and explore their capabilities. Today, we're going to talk about a fascinating story from BHPian Jeroen, who's been struggling with his iPad-iPhone converter issues. So, Jeroen was experiencing some problems with his converter, and after days of troubleshooting, he finally found the root cause of the issue. It turned out that there was something hardwired into the instrument master switch circuit, which was causing the Wi-Fi signal to disappear whenever he powered up his instruments. Now, let's take a closer look at what Jeroen did next. He went back to Jeroen and wanted to figure out which device was creating this problem. He had already done several tests where he powered down everything, including pulling power cables and fuses. But even with all that done, the Wi-Fi signal was still disappearing. Jeroen suspected that it might be the reverse view camera, as it uses a wireless connection, not a Wi-Fi signal. But he didn't want to jump to conclusions just yet. So, he created a test environment where he powered one of his converters with a 12 VDC 220 VAC transformer. This wasn't about data going across the Wi-Fi, he just needed to observe whether the Wi-Fi signal from the device was present. And guess what? When he powered up the transformer and thus the Wi-Fi device, he had a Wi-Fi signal. But when he put the master switch in the ON position, the Wi-Fi signal disappeared. Jeroen repeated this test several times, and sure enough, there was a consistent correlation between applying power to the camera and losing the Wi-Fi signal from the converter. Now, let's dive deeper into what Jeroen discovered. He checked the notes he had from the previous owner, Ad, and it turned out that the camera is fused separately and in a different circuit from the display unit. And get this, the display unit wasn't causing any interference. It was just the camera. Jeroen found that the camera is wired with a fuse directly behind the master switch of the instrumentation. The display on the steering stand is wired into the same circuit switch as the Raymarine Axiom plotter, so you need to throw both the master switch and the circuit switch for it to work. This confirms all Jeroen's previous observations and measurement results. It was a breakthrough moment, and he's thrilled with how things turned out. Now that we know what Jeroen discovered, let's take a look at his setup in action. He took Jeroen for another bunker run to Drimmelen and tested out his new devices thoroughly. And the result? He got some amazing screenshots of his iPad with the water carton app and position, speed, and AIS information from the NME/Raymarine network. We can see that he's using two converters, each requiring a different configuration on the app. Jeroen plans to try out the other converter next week and fine-tune everything. But there are still some details to figure out, like how this Wi-Fi setup affects his iPad battery life. And when it comes to floating or tied up to a dock, it seems to drain the battery even more. It was a great day for Jeroen, despite the choppy waters on the Merwede River. His siren took on almost 230 liters of bunkers, and he's just waiting for the lock to be ready at the Merwede Lock, where he'll be using just one stern line to keep Jeroen safely tucked against the jetty. That's all for today's episode of the iPad Focus channel. Thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to subscribe for more exciting stories about Apple devices and their capabilities.